Well, hello everybody, it's Rose, and I'm here today to shoot the video of me making a travel portfolio from 2 yard signs. So here I have everything I'm going to need for this project. Oh, and some duct tape. Okay, so I have the 2 yard signs here. They are 18 by 24 inches each. I have my zip ties. I ordered these on Amazon. I have just a marker to mark where I want to put holes. And I have my strap that'll become the handle. This is a tarp strap that I got at Home Hardware. I have my scissors, I have my duct tape, and I have my drill. My dad just gave me this drill. So, okay. The one thing I'm missing is a ruler. I have my ruler. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is check to make sure that the drill is actually charged. If not, there's going to be a little wait for me whilst I get it charged. I've never actually used a cordless drill before. I've only ever used my dad gave me a drill many years ago that was you plug into the wall, and that's the one I've been using all these many years. Anyway, oh, okay, so it's charged. That's good. What I need to get now is my drill bits. That's what I forgot. I forgot that there were none in the bag. So just a moment while I do that. Okay, so here I have my drill bits, and there are lots of them. I have a lot of drill bits. Okay, so I chose a bore that is, let me hold this up here, that is just a titch wider than the zip tie. Okay, if I need a bigger bore than that, I'll get a bigger bore. All right, let me get rid of this. I'm going to remove the battery because I don't want to be messing with this thing while there's power. So, okay, there's the bore. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this in here. Okay, I think that's good. I think that'll do. Okay. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Okay. All right, so let's put the battery back on. Hold on. Ah. There we go. That's it. Good. Get this stuff off of here. All right, Marvin is on the counter, and I don't think there's any point in me trying to get him off the counter. All right. So because these are long signs, they come with the wire posts to stick it in the ground. I don't need that, so I'll be getting rid of that. I might try and find a use for this though, so I'm not going to throw it out. I will try to come up with a use for it. Now I'm going to have to get something because there's a bit of tape residue on here, and it's not going to hurt anything, but I'd rather not have tape residue. So I'll get my Goo Gone in a minute and just clean that off. same time, I will throw away this garbage. And that tape didn't fully come off. Right. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm sure that you guys are familiar with this stuff. It's called Goo Gone, and it removes anything that's like oily or greasy or whatever, so it'll take lipstick stains out of stuff. I use it to remove adhesive. So when you've got a little bit of tape residue stuck to anything, often from sales stickers, this stuff works like magic. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Okay, so that's that. Now there are, hold on. Oh no, there's nothing else. Okay, so now I have my nice clean signs, which are going to be the outside of my portfolio case. And what I need to do now is just decide where I want to put holes. And so I think I want to put holes, let's see. I think I want to put holes every, let's say every 1.5 inches. Inch and a half. Well, if I put the first one about a half inch, yeah, about a half inch in. Yeah, I'll put the first one. I want to make the portfolio itself as large as possible. So what I'm trying to decide here is how much of an edge am I going to devote to the lacing, essentially. And I think what I'm going to do is 1/4 inch is too small. I'll give it a 1/2 inch. So let me measure a 1/2 inch from the bottom and a 1/2 inch this way. There. Okay, and then I'll do it every 1.5 inches after that. Let me just, yeah. And I'll turn this side in so nobody will see these marks that I'm making. So I'm just going to measure 1/2 inch. Trick, and that is using just a smidge of hand sanitizer. I mean, this happens to be Purell, but any kind of hand sanitizer will work. Oh, all right. And this will remove, I just want a teeny tiny bit. This will remove the marker. There, from where I don't want it. the excess there. Okay, perfect. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is just stick these together with some tape so that I can just drill once, and I'll have holes in both pieces exactly where I want them. So for that, I'm just going to use a few pieces. Whoops! I'm going to just use a few pieces of masking tape. Make sure you can see everything I'm doing without me having to reach too far. So let's see. Yeah, you can see everything I'm doing. All right, so now what I'm going to do, so I keep my cat food cases because they're useful for all sorts of things. And what I'm going to use them for right now is to just build a little bit of a platform. And I just want to make sure, yeah, they will hold the signs up high enough that I won't drill down onto my counter, because that would be very sad. Okay, so get ready for drill sound. I think I'm going to replace the drill sound with music. Okay, so that's done. All right, so then I will need to drill 2 more holes for handles. And I think those holes I'll put a little bit further down. So I have to measure halfway. And for that, I'm going to get my tape measure. All right. So again, this is 61 centimeters or 24 inches. And let's see, how big is my strap? Okay, the 12-inch mark is where I want the center to be. And that's right here. And then I just have to decide how high up I want the handles. So my hand is not huge, and so I don't know. I believe it's a 10-inch strap. Let's see. Yeah, it's 9.5 inches. But from the holes, it's just about 8.5 inches. So if I want an arc like that to it, I want the holes here. See these? Keeping little things like this around, they're useful for all kinds of things. All right. And it doesn't have to be half an inch from the top. I think I want it a little bit further from the top. So that is 7/8 of an inch down. At 8 and 16. I think that's it, but let's just see where 7/8 of an inch is. Okay, done. And you know what they say, measure once, or measure twice, cut once. Well, it's kind of the same with drilling holes. I don't want to have holes in the wrong place. So, once again, now that is on a rib, so I'm drilling in between the ribs. This one here is also on a rib, so I'm going to be drilling in between the ribs. Okay, all right, so I am now done with my drill. So I'm sure you don't have to do this, but what I am going to do is take my drill apart now and, hold on. Nope, that's not working. There we go. Okay. And put it away. So I'll just pause for a minute while I do that. So my battery is charging for next time because it did seem to be a little bit low on power. Okay, so now I have drilled all of the holes, and so what I'm going to do now is I want to make my portfolio have a little bit of space for multiple diamond paintings. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put some duct tape down, and I suppose if I had bought yellow duct tape it would have been great, but I didn't buy yellow duct tape. So I have silver duct tape here, and that's what I'm going to use. Now, I did not want to, I did not want to drill through the duct tape because that would just get duct tape glue on my, or duct tape adhesive on my diamond paint, on my drill bit, and I didn't want to have to be cleaning off my drill bit later. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to cover over those holes with duct tape, and this doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be good enough. Because what I want, oh my goodness, I'm getting duct tape all stuck to itself. What I want is to create a bottom for my portfolio, a nice sturdy bottom, and that's what duct tape will do for me. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let me just cut that off there. Good. All right. So there we have that. And now I want to allow a little bit of maybe about a ½ inch between the, it's about a ½ inch. Okay, all right. And again, this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, just good enough. And then I stick this. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. Sounds like a guitar string. Okay. A very thick guitar string. All right. So there we have that. Okay. So you see now I've got a bottom to my portfolio. And what I'm going to do now is put a strip of duct tape along here on the outside. Again, if there was a pretty color that I could use, that would be ideal. but there's not a pretty color for me to use. So I'm going to use silver duct tape. And here, I do want it to be as straight as possible because this will show. And all I want here is to make sure that the duct tape is sticking to the duct tape inside. Okay, so that, there we go. All right, so now I have a base for my portfolio. And it'll be able to open as much as I allow with the zip ties. What I need now is a little awl to drill through the duct tape. Okay. So this is probably a 50-year-old, well, maybe not 50, but probably 40 years old. I've had this thing practically forever. I have electric screwdrivers and I have all kinds of nifty things, but I find myself going back to the old standby. All right, so this is an awl. So it's a pokey thing, to be very, precise. It's just a pokey thing to poke holes. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to poke holes through the tape here. And I've got my guides. There we go. Okay, there we go. So, now let's pull out a bunch of these and lace them through. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is start threading these zip ties through. They are getting a little bit held up on the adhesive of the duct tape. And since you don't have to see all of this, I'm just going to fast forward through this. So, I've got that done. Now I'm going to open this up and stretch it out. There, because I want this to have this little space in here. Okay? And so now I'm going to tighten the zip ties. But again, I want to make sure I don't tighten them too much. Okay, all done. Okay, good. So now, these are all properly done. And, okay. Now I have to do the sides. And I think I want to be able to stick my hand in. So we're going to start at the top. And I'm going to make these as loose as possible, the ones at the top here, because that'll allow me to stick my hand in. And then each successive one will be a little bit tighter. But I'll close the others as I go along, or at the end. Okay, so now this one is that big, so I want to make, okay, so here's what I'm doing. I have this one at the top, and I've made it as loose as possible. I have this one down here, and when I'm done, I can adjust this if necessary. I won't cut off the tails here. Well, you can't see what I'm doing. I won't cut off the tails here until I'm just about absolutely finished. There. So that will let me get in there. Okay. And then here, I do the same thing. good solid handle. And it's easy just to remove it. Okay, so what I can do now is start clipping off all of these tails, because I don't want tails sticking out. Okay. All right. So here are my diamond paintings that I had in my tube, my artist tube. And I'm just going to remove the tape from them, because I had them rolled up with tape so that they would stay rolled up. So I've got two here. So now what I have is a portfolio. So allowing a little bit of give here, I can put a 55 centimeter diamond painting in here easily. And if I go from just above those holes to just above, or just below the holes for the handles, 41. So I can put a 50 by 40 diamond painting in here. So let me find a 50 by 40 diamond painting and I'll be right back. Okay, so look at that. I happen to have one right here. And now 50 by 40, now there is the strips here, but let's slide this in here. And you see, that's why I had to keep the two handle bits separate. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get a diamond painting in there. So let me slide this in. Okay, so this, because of the edges on it, is just a little bit too big. I mean, I can cut off a little bit of the edge. Let me fold it back for now. This was my freebie from Evermoment, so I don't, not Evermoment, from AliExpress, so I don't care all that much. And I'm having trouble with the drills. They're a little bit too small, so anyway. But there you go, look at that. And it slides in there nicely. There we go. So now I have a handle. It's not messing with the canvas because the zip ties are big enough for the canvas. The diamond painting fits in there. Now I did have to fold back one edge of it to the edge. Well, it's not even to the edge of the diamonds. Hold on. It's not even to the edge of the diamonds. I left like a good, what is that, ½ inch there? Yeah, there's 3/4 of an inch of edge that I didn't fold back, but I folded back that much there. I have a great little portfolio for carrying diamond paintings on my trips to London or anywhere else that I'm traveling by car or train. I suppose I could take them on a train. And altogether it cost maybe $25. I think the zip ties were like $5 or $10 or something like that. But there were 200 zip ties and I have all of these left. So, you know, maybe $23, $24 for this. Oh, plus the strap, which was $2.50. But I think that's a pretty good deal. Pretty happy with that. And it's way better. It's good and sturdy. Like, this is not going to break off. It's just not. And even if I don't get the handle through both of the zip ties, it's okay, it's gonna hold it anyway. I could probably have done with just one zip tie here and one zip tie here, and then have the handle holding everything together. I think that would have been just fine, and I might actually end up removing some of these zip ties. But yeah, that's it. I'm pretty happy with it. It's efficient. It's cheap. I like the fact that it's hard, so my diamond paintings are not going to get crunched in there. My diamond paintings are not going to get all rolled up. I like to store my diamond paintings flat. So that was something that I did not like about using the artist tube, was that they would get rolled up. And I don't necessarily take the unfinished ones, the undone ones, out in between trips. Like I just kind of leave my portfolio intact. And yeah, so there you go. And I really only need to put the handle on when I'm planning on going somewhere. So there, I've only got the handle through one of the zip ties on each side, and that's holding fine. This does not weigh very much. These signs are super, super light. There you have it, a portfolio that will hold 50 by 40 canvas, multiple ones, because like I could probably put 10 canvases in here if I wanted to. So if you're going up to the cottage or something like that, and you want to take some diamond paintings with you to the cottage, something like this, it's not waterproof because, you know, water can get in the sides and through the holes and stuff, but as long as you keep it out of the canoe, it should be okay. And as I say, Bob's your uncle. So I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think, and let me know if this is something that you might try, or if you have a better alternative, because I'd love to hear it. You could, of course, make one that's bigger by buying bigger signs. But most of the other bigger signs that I saw, they were already printed with for sale or, you know, whatever. But you could make it as big as you wanted if you found a big enough piece of plastic signboard. Okay, so thanks everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And leave me a comment down below. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Thanks everybody. I'll be back with you again real soon. Bye.